Welcome. My name is Adeline. I'm with Adejuan's Art Dolls. I've been doing a series. We're on the last part of it. We're varnishing the baby today. This will be the last part of the paintings part of the series. Yesterday, well, not yesterday, but in the last video, I was talking about the eyebrows. That is something that I struggle with. So I said that I would do it off camera, and I want to show you Johanna's eyebrows. And then I want to show you, I'm also doing Betty, and I want to show you Betty's eyebrows. And that's what I come up with off camera. So it's going to take some practice. It's the first time I've ever really stroked out some eyebrows. Um, and it's going to take a little bit of practice in learning how to do that properly. And that's okay. I'm here to learn, just like we all are. So today we're going to do some varnishing. And let's see, I don't think I really need that. What I do need to do is to actually fix me up some more varnish. Okay, it's just a little bit in here. And it's just a little tad in there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out all of this out of here. That may be too much, so I won't do all of that because that just may make it too thick. Because we got to add our water solution to it to thin it out. Because oh yes, that was a plenty. By the time you want to kind of work it into the varnish mixture that was already in here to break it up so that once you put your water solution in, the water would just go ahead and blend in instead of making little balls of, well, little mass of the varnishing. And this is not what I'm wanting to do. I'm doing the wrong thing, guys. This is my primer and my sealer, and we have already sealed and primed our kit, but I needed some anyway, so you're getting to see me make this, and then we'll go on to the varnishing. I apologize for that. You know, it's morning. It's morning. Sometimes it gets me because it's early morning. I get up early and start on this. I'm not even eating breakfast. That's how much I start on this. I'm not hungry anyway, but that's why. Okay, now I will put some of my water solution in here, and this will be ready for the next baby, the next couple of babies that I work on, because I usually work on two at a time anyway. That's why my rooting is always behind. Let's just cover this back up and get it back over here. Still some in there. Yep, I happen to think we're not varnishing. I mean, we're not sealing. We are varnishing. After I did that, I apologize. We'll put just a tinge more water in it. And we'll put that over there because we won't need that, but we will take this out because we will need this. This is the varnishing. I'm going to make sure that everything is cleaned out. Okay, that looked like that got it that time. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. And we will need one of these. And we will pour out. I've been shaking this off and on. I'm going to get one of these sponges here. They've already been hydrated. And I'm going to pour out a little of this. I don't even putting it up. Okay, and I'm going to start with my head. And I'm not going to varnish the back of, I'm not going to varnish the back of the head. I'm only going to varnish the front of the head, the ears, and the chin and neck part of it. Because sometimes when you varnish the back of the head and you root, it will look like it will, well, it will look like the baby has cradle cap. And so I don't want that look this time. So this is what I'm going to do is just start off pouncing this baby's face and getting this going here. If anybody has followed this series all the way out and you feel that there was something I missed, something vital that I missed, that you would do, or give me some tips on what you would do different from what I did. I'm open. I'm open. This is my process. This is what I do. But I'm a self learner. I didn't learn from anybody because there was I've only followed like a couple of people that did um airbrush, and I've only followed one other person that has done golden paint, golden acrylic paints. So I am, like I said, this is me teaching myself how to do this process. So if there's something that I missed, something that I need to be interacting with somebody or telling somebody how to do that properly, please leave that in the in my comments. Um, you don't have to leave anything about authentic and replicas. I know all about authentic. I know about replicas. This is my process because I'm giving the people that cannot afford to buy expensive babies a chance to have a beautiful baby. That's my purpose. It doesn't have anything about me not wanting to do acrylic. I mean, authentic babies. I love authentic babies. They're sculpts the same to me as a, a a replica, but like I said, a kid is a kid, and um, so that's not important to me. It may be important to you. I understand. I'm not. Um, I don't have anything to say bad about that. This is just my process and what I want to do for other people. Um, so that's not important. So, but if you have any um, thing that you want to add to the way I processed anything, the way I um, did my eyebrows. I mean, I don't. If you can show me a better way to do them, I would appreciate it. I'll follow you. Um, if you can show me anything, I'll follow you. I mean, because like I said, I didn't learn from anybody. I learned from more or less the Genesis heat set paint people, um, because there wasn't a lot of acrylic people that could show me anything. And so I'm up. I'm up for anything that you want to show me. Just leave it in the comments, and I would appreciate that. Because, like I said, I'm game. This is just something that I wanted to do, was to show people. I know that there's more people that's getting into golden paint, acrylic paints, and I wanted to show them my technique so that it would give them a start as to how to begin and how to end um, a process. So yeah, that's my purpose. Not to harm anybody, not to down anybody, not to go through any changes with anybody, because that I'm not going to do. I don't do that in my life. Um, and I'm not getting on here fighting with nobody, and I'm not going to be bullied about what I do, because this is what I do, and this is my choice to do it this way. So this is my heart is different from other people's hearts. So but I appreciate each and every one of you that has followed this series out. I appreciate you. There will be other stuff that I would do on this channel. I would do more series on other babies. So may not be as intense as this one, and then again, it may be. I don't know, but I would do other series and tutorials to let people see my process on how I make my babies, because I'm always told that they look natural, they look human, when I go out in public. And that might not be the way you look at it, but that's the way a lot of people look at it. So I'm just going by what they tell me because, like I said, I'm new at this game. But I love it, and I'm not going to give it up because of what somebody's saying. That's just not me. I'm not that kind of person. I want to help other people. I want to get other people involved with these babies. I want people to feel good about having a doll collection. Most of us are made fun of because we have a doll collection, and we interact with our dolls to a point. People do role plays online, and I hear a lot of negative things, but they are just role playing. When the camera is off, they may not ever pick that doll up again until the next time they want to do role playing, because that's usually how it goes. Um, Nobody's into playing with dolls, seriously playing with dolls. More or less, they are just mostly role playing. And I mean, adults, if you have children, if you have a family, um, this is just something, a hobby. This is not who you are, not what your life is about. So, people tend to think that it's just a crime to do this. And wow, um, to me, that's being very narrow-minded, because everybody has some kind of hobby. Um, even if it's not a doll, you got some kind of hobby going. It's a lot of things that people do um, as a hobby and consider it a hobby. So, we love our babies. And that's all I can say. We love our babies. I'm not, I don't have grandbabies. I'm not replacing a grandchild for a doll per se, but, but I am looking at the fact that I don't, um, I can take care of this baby. I can buy this baby things. It will never grow out of what I buy them. It will never talk back. I don't have to feed it. It won't poop. I mean, it's a lot of pros with this, having this baby. Um, um, there won't be anybody trying to kill it. You know, as we look at the news every day and see that happening to some of these children, where they lose their life from parents that can't cope with them. So, um, there's a lot of pros with this, not a lot of cons that I see, because this doll is not going to hurt anybody. And it should not make you feel like you want to hurt anybody. So, like I said, it's a lot that comes with this baby, and it's a lot in having this baby, but it's a comfort to have this baby as well. And it's not a harmful comfort. It's just being comfortable having a baby. I mean, like I said, I don't have any grandbabies, and not that I sit up all day long with a baby in my arm. Absolutely not. I have too many other things to do besides have a baby in my arm. Um, Sometimes when I am searching the internet for different things that I want to do or want to buy, I do have my baby Russell in my lap, because he's my security blanket. He is, you know, I, my mom passed in June, and that's just a few months ago. I am still grieving. I miss my mom so much, so much. We were good friends. I loved my mom. I did for her every day. I love my mom. So he is my comfort, and he does hang in my lap sometimes when I am just searching the web or something, and I'm not moving around or doing anything strenuous or harmful to him. Um, and he does. Um, my Juanita girl, I Juanita was my mother's name. And then I have another baby who has, um, I have two babies who have vitiligo. And one's a girl and one's a boy. The girl's name is Elizabeth. and that was my mom's middle name. And I told my sister that those two babies I would always keep because those were the babies, though they had my mom's name, you know. And of course, I have put them up for sale, but I am seriously thinking of taking them down, um, and replacing them with two other babies. Um, I do have Um, I do have another kid of one of those babies, but I don't have the other one just yet. I am working on trying to get that other one. I'm going to try about trying to get that other one sometime this month. But and then they'll go back up once they are finished. They'll go back up online. But these two babies mean something to me, and so I am probably, seriously, probably going to take them down. But I did do a video of Juanita going to the salon, and she went to the salon, and she's had her hair um, rotted and set, and that is a video to come. Also, there will be one where I'm taking out the rollers and seeing what the hair is all about. That was a test. And so please look for that one. Look for that video. She is a cutie pie. She turned out to be really, really cute. And so, and she has a head full of hair. And so the hair was supposed to have been curly, but it wasn't as curly as my Russell. And so, but I wanted it curlier, curly as Russell. As Russell's hair. So I'm setting it. I'm trying to do an experiment to set the hair to see if it's possible for our babies to go from straight hair to curly hair. So it is a test. I've not tried this ever before, and this is the first time. I brought you along with me so that you could see this process as well. Um, because those who have babies wish that sometimes they would want curly hair or they would want straight hair or however. Um, and I was just the one to show that process. Now I'm not sure if the hair is bone straight because that is actually supposed to be curly hair. If it's going to curl, I don't know yet. I've not taken the rods out as of yet. As of me making this video, but I will sometime today get those rods out of her head so that and get a video made so that I'm bringing you all along for the look. If I'm gonna mess up, it's gonna be messed up on all of our parts, okay? Not just mine. Just kidding. But I want everybody to see the whole process, not just part of it. So I am I will be bringing you along with me when it's time to process, take the rods out and fluff out her curls. So that's what I'm doing, and that's where we are with this process. So we'll get it together. I love this varnish. This varnish is Now for air dry, this to me is the best varnish um, that I have used. I have used several, and some of them make my babies feel kind of spongy. Um, not have this matte texture, have kind of a sticky kind of feeling. And then when you scratch the baby, or if the baby gets scratched, not intentionally, but unintentionally, you look up one day and there's paint gone. And so, and I'm going to go back over everybody's toes and fingers. When I get done with this process, I will go back over everybody's toes and fingers, just to make sure that their toes and fingers are well protected. Because that, like I said, is the problem that you're going to get when you start to interact with your baby. That's going to take effect first, because you're putting on and off clothes. Now, what I have found, this is just a tip, not saying that you have to do this for your baby, but this is just a tip. You can take a Ziploc bag and cut the bag in half and put the corner over top of the foot or the hand and slide it through the sleeve or the pant leg of something, just so that it will not get the friction um, of you passing that hand through the clothes. And then that way that'll stop the paint from coming off so quickly. Not every time will you think to do that, but that is just a tip that you can do that. You can take saran wrap and wrap the baby's limbs in it, or you can take a Ziploc bag or any plastic bag. You don't want one that would probably rub off on your baby. It needs to be clear. But you can take a clear plastic bag and put it over or cellophane, cling wrap, what I'm trying to say, and put it over your baby's hands and feet to stop that friction um, when you get ready to um, put clothes on the baby. And that will help in, some people said no, but to me, this is not a human, it is a doll, and you can do that. Um, Some people would say, well, I don't do my real babies like that. Well, no, you wouldn't, but this is not your real baby. This is a doll. So, in order to keep from having to have this baby repaired all the time, you would want to do something to protect it. And you wear protective layers to protect you from different things. Why not protect this baby, from things that would ordinarily hurt this baby or causes you more money? Because it's not causing the baby anything, it's causing you more money to get it fixed. So, yeah. And just keep that piece of plastic or that bag with its clothes. And when you pull the clothes out, pull the bag out so that you'll have that bag um, to put over his limbs, him or her. We want to preserve these babies as long as possible. This baby costs too much to be damaged quickly. So you want to preserve as much of this baby as you possibly can preserve. Now I just got just a inch of stuff left on this plate. And so I am going to take it and just kind of go over just the toes, not the whole feet, not the whole hands, just the fingertips where it would be more friction on that area. That will be the last one. Because see, that would be the tricky part of it. Let's make sure that we're pouncing out all of that, any bubbles that were left there. And you don't want that buildup. You don't want anything looking build up in the creases or anything. So let me make sure that that is out of there. Is his finger out? Look, is his finger out like this? So when I put him on the stand, it looks like that he's putting his finger in his ear. It's too cute. Let's take this brush and get between these toes. Okay. And I believe that we are at the end of bringing our painting job to the end. Now, after this, and we're going to go ahead and put her together without her hair. And I'm going to put her online without any hair. And as I have one baby that it's a custom, and I need to go ahead and get hair put on that baby. But I usually do hair, and then I'm still working on my silicone baby, putting hair in her head. She's almost finished, and I kind of work on whatever I'm doing more than one. Okay, so I will get one of these babies and start working on her hair as well. But the other one will go online. Um, Now that Betty baby, that's a boo boo baby. And 9 times out of 10, boo boos will probably always not have hair unless there's something with the hair that I dislike. Then that's the only way they will have hair. Because I have a couple of them that I didn't particularly like the hair and did put the hair on the babies anyway, um, knowing I didn't like it, but I still did it because I didn't have hair at that time. But um, I am usually the boo-boo babies are not going to have hair. I'm just letting you know that. So I will put her together. I will put her online as a boo-boo baby, and she probably will only sell for like 175. And that's just because she took my time to make her. So that's what that'll be. But the Johanna, she will go online right now as a bald baby, but she will be taken offline um, to have hair put on her. So um, if you see her online and you're not able to get her at that time, and then you come back and she's not there, shoot me a message through my contact on that site, on my website, to see if she's still available, because she could be still available, just getting hair put in. Of course, once her hair is put in, her price will go up some because she is on with the price of not having hair. Um, when her hair is put in, her price will go up some. Just letting you know that, because it takes so long for this hair, and the hair is it's expensive. It's not very cheap. The hair and the eyes are the most, to me, expensive on putting this baby together. Um, so I have some babies online that don't have hair, and like I said, I will be taking them off. I will be putting hair, and then they will go back online. But they will be a little bit more expensive if they go back on with hair. Just letting that be known. So that is all for this series. I hope to see you in the next video, series, or not. I will have another video coming up shortly. So stay tuned. I will see you there. Have a nice day. Goodbye.